Welcome to AWS Summit ASEAN. Hi everyone. Today I'm very happy to be speaking with you about the role of the cloud in empowering Web3 builders and startups to redefine the internet. My name is Stacey Ann Pearson, and I lead AWS Web3 initiatives across Asia Pacific and Japan. Before joining AWS, I spent the past few years at Web3 startups in infrastructure, decentralized identity, sustainability, and metaverses. And now it's my pleasure to holistically support startups and enterprises that are interested in or already building in Web3 using AWS products and services. Today, I'm excited to share more about the evolution of Web3, AWS's mission in supporting Web3 customers, some Web3 use cases we've built with customers, and examples of how we're working with Web3 native companies and enterprises to redefine the internet. So, let's begin. We'll begin with a simple question. What is Web3? Every Web3 company, builder, and enthusiast has their own definition of Web3. A good high-level definition from the Ethereum Foundation is that Web3 is the future of the internet, where everyday users have the power of ownership. Another way to think of it is that Web3 is the next phase of the internet, owned by builders and users, who are rewarded by tokens to contribute to the upkeep of the internet. But what exactly does that mean? And how does that play out in real use cases? If we look at the evolution of the internet until now, we can remember that the first version of the internet was read-only. That means we could only receive information primarily through static websites and directories. Then, as technology evolved, we began to read and write information through more dynamic websites that allowed us to disrupt many industries. Now, with Web3, we can read, write, and own pieces of the networks and data powering the ecosystem. This new version of the internet presents an opportunity to once again redefine the way we do things. Today, there are 4 different layers that work together to power the Web3 universe. The network layer, or layer 0, connects blockchains, allowing data to flow across various networks, even if they're not compatible. The consensus layer, or layer 1, is the underlying infrastructure to validate and finalize transactions without the need for a third-party network. There are different mechanisms to achieve consensus. For example, the most prevalent consensus mechanisms are proof of work and proof of stake. But there are newer ways like proof of authority or proof of history. Examples of layer 1 blockchains are Ethereum, Bitcoin, Solana, and BNB Smart Chain from Binance. The efficiency layer, or layer 2, is built on top of an existing blockchain system to provide scalability and cost optimization. On this level exists a number of interoperable tools and frameworks to create applications, store private keys, identity management, and digital asset transactions. At the very top sits the application layer that primarily interacts with end users, providing value to everyday people. Today, the most applications are being built in DeFi, decentralized finance, NFTs, metaverses, decentralized social networks, and crypto-enabled games. As a cloud service provider, AWS works with all subsegments in Web3. In our Web3 and blockchain teams, we are excited to support anyone building in the space, from as early as individuals with an idea all the way up to the largest startups who are funded. Across Asia Pacific and Japan, we see strong opportunity as the region has some of the highest application adoption rates in the world. So, who are some of the players in the Web3 community? As many of you know, there are a lot of great builders who focus on different segments. These are some of the most famous Web3 native companies that are building products like exchanges, DeFi protocols, and NFT platforms. One interesting trend we're seeing is the rise of infrastructure and development players that are building powerful tools to help the community build more efficiently and smoothly, especially when it relates to interoperability, identity, and analytics. We are also seeing Web2 companies who are investing, exploring, or building in the space, especially in fintech, media, and sports, and big tech. Can you think of other traditional companies that are adding Web3 into their strategies? Now, a natural follow-up question after seeing these logos is, so what is AWS doing in Web3? At AWS, our mission for Web3 and blockchain is to empower the builders, founders, and enterprises in this space to redefine the internet by helping them build their solutions with more effective tools and world-class security. AWS provides a wide variety of value to help drive growth for Web3 companies: infrastructure, go-to-market, visibility, and security. Make decisions faster with world-class infrastructure. Whether it's compute, storage, data transfer, security, or analytics, AWS has the broadest and deepest set of solutions to suit the wide variety of Web3 companies' infrastructure needs as you scale your business. Build go-to-market. Whether you are a Web3 startup or an enterprise looking to adopt blockchain into your strategy, we have specialist teams, both business and technical, dedicated to help you explore potential partnerships, investor, or accelerator connections, and your broader go-to-market needs. As Web3 touches a wide range of industries, we also have dedicated specialist teams for relevant verticals such as fintech, TradFi, gaming, sports, entertainment, and retail to help you navigate specific industry needs and connect you to the broader ecosystem. Go global in minutes. With numerous availability zones and regions around the world, AWS helps you build with high availability and reach across the globe. Secure your solution. The AWS Global Cloud Infrastructure is the most secure, extensive, and reliable cloud platform, offering over 200 fully featured services from data centers globally. We are designed to meet the most stringent security requirements you would face for Web3 workloads, with purpose-built security services to help you secure your platform. AWS dives deep with all our customers to understand how we can better bring developers to their ecosystem and how we can empower those developers with tools to build on any blockchain. Because of this, we offer over 200 fully featured services that can suit the unique needs of Web3 native startups or enterprises looking to explore blockchain solutions. Some of the most commonly used AWS services in Web3 are core computing, key management, API gateway, and storage. For compute and core infrastructure, AWS provides multiple ways to build, deploy, and get to market quickly with market-leading flexibility to optimize costs. For security, AWS offers more security, compliance, and governance services than the next largest cloud provider. AWS also supports the most security standards and certifications, which is becoming increasingly critical for the Web3 industry. For API network and storage systems, AWS helps with speed, time to market, capacity planning, and optimizing storage costs based on how frequently and quickly you need to access your data. You can also run big data analytics, artificial intelligence, and machine learning on all your cloud data to get valuable insights. AWS continues to invest in and work on the product development for blockchain as we continue to see growing adoption of Web3 relevant workloads. We continue to invest in the Web3 community by supporting all touchpoints in the ecosystem as you build. For startups and founders, we have a broad range of startup programs and events beyond our infrastructure services, including AWS Activate, AWS Partner Network, AWS Startup CXO Fellowship, AWS Impact Accelerator, and AWS Startup Loft to support startups across all stages to launch, grow, and scale. For partner and investor affiliates, we have relationships with wide varieties of Web3 ecosystem partners and top-tier investors to provide long-term partnerships. Our team of engineers, business development, sales, and strategy people work directly with builders to launch and scale their Web3 projects. We are excited to continue working with the best in Web3 and look forward to contributing back to the community by supporting founders, early-stage startups, digital native companies, and enterprises who are all building in Web3. AWS supports Web3 companies of all types. We are looking at Web3 and how we can work backwards from our customers to build the right tools they need. We support builders and companies by providing technical expertise, business support, and strategy so our Web3 customers can succeed. Now, let's take a look at 7 examples of how we're working with Web3 native companies and enterprises to redefine the internet. Our first example looks at how 1inch reduced its cloud expenditure by 30% after migrating to AWS Graviton 3. As a bit of background, each blockchain has a token to reward or discourage certain behaviors or activities on the network. Blockchain's token liquidity is scattered across multiple liquidity sources, making it hard for users to find the best rate when swapping one token for another. This is usually because of the volume of trading, network fees associated with various tokens. 1inch's platform helps solve this problem because it is a decentralized aggregator that offers cost-efficient, secure swap transactions, helping users get better rates than any individual exchange. 1inch leverages a variety of AWS solutions, including specialized CPU with Amazon Graviton for high-load data processing and AWS serverless computing to save money on recurring maintenance. After migrating to Graviton 3, 1inch doubled its performance and reduced cloud expenditure and maintenance costs by 30%. If you have similar needs, reach out to our team. Our second example is about how AWS will support Avalanche's infrastructure and ecosystem through one-click node deployment in AWS Marketplace. Avalanche is a blockchain platform created by Ava Labs. There are over 500 applications built on this network, including use cases for DeFi, GameFi, NFTs, and enterprise engagements. Ava Labs built a serverless architecture and leverages solutions such as Amazon EC2 for compute. There was an announcement about how Ava Labs offers global users the option to launch Avalanche Validator Node through the AWS Marketplace to simplify and scale Avalanche blockchain adoption. This next example covers how machine learning can be used to secure cryptocurrency exchanges from identity fraud. Coinbase is a secure platform that makes it easy to buy, sell, and store cryptocurrencies. It is one of the largest consumer Bitcoin wallets in the world and therefore requires high levels of fraud protection. One of the services Coinbase uses is Amazon SageMaker. Engineers at Coinbase developed machine learning algorithms for image analysis that recognizes mismatches and anomalies in sources of user identification. This service helps Coinbase protect its platform and ecosystem against fraud. In this example, we look at scalable solutions. NodeReal is a blockchain infrastructure services provider that offers a one-stop solution infrastructure services, including full-fledged node services, blockchain as a service, blockchain application tools, and application programming interface, or APIs. NodeReal is able to provide scalable solutions with strong price performance for Web3 development by leveraging AWS Graviton2-based instances, Amazon EC2, and Amazon Managed Services. NodeReal also deploys Amazon Aurora to automatically scale its database across multiple regions, and Amazon EKS to manage its container-based applications. By running on AWS, NodeReal provides its customers with a high-performing, stable, and scalable environment to build Web3-based applications. This helped grow its customer base to over 10,000 worldwide within the first 12 months of its founding in September 2021. Here, we can see another example of how to leverage AWS to help developers scale blockchain applications. ChainStack provides easy access to blockchain APIs for Web3 developers, startups, and enterprises building blockchain solutions. The company hosts blockchain applications using more than 13 of the top protocols. Since its founding, ChainStack has run its platform on AWS. ChainStack leverages AWS services to provide fundamental technology that empowers the growth of blockchain applications. With AWS, ChainStack is able to manage and scale container-based applications, deploy hardware-demanding Solana nodes, and process tens of thousands of requests per second. In this next example, we look at how Crypto.com leverages AWS for security and scalability. Crypto.com is a one-stop shop accelerating the global adoption of cryptocurrencies. Its digital services include a wallet application, debit card transactions, exchange, DeFi, and lending instruments. Due to the size and influence of Crypto.com, customers expect 24/7 continual access and full functionality of its services, even during high periods of market volatility. During these periods, traffic can pile up to 8 times the typical peak load for applications, such as the wallet and exchange. With AWS Management Console, we help address slow-running queries, while AWS Transit Gateway ensures private VPC connections across regions with encrypted network traffic, protecting against DDoS attacks. Drills are run with automated snapshots to restore databases while keeping data integrity intact. Our last use case example covers how Phantom built a solution for decentralized application analytics with AWS Data Lab. Phantom is a high-performance, scalable, Ethereum virtual machine compatible, and secure smart contract platform. Phantom can be described as a leaderless, asynchronous, and Byzantine fault-tolerant Layer 1 blockchain protocol. Phantom participated in AWS Data Lab program to prototype solutions for decentralized application analytics. The result was Phantom leveraged several services to simplify data pipelines and minimize latency. Phantom used AWS to build a well-needed solution and implement best practices for data modeling and storage. In this section, we will look at 5 of the AWS solutions for top Web3 use cases and how we empower Web3 builders. The first use case is hosting a blockchain node on AWS. Blockchain nodes are critical to the decentralized structure of Layer 1 and Layer 2 blockchains. Therefore, it is essential to have an easy method to host a node. With AWS, there are more than 275 instant types to optimize cost and performance to fit your specific node requirements. The most common use cases where this solution is needed include Layer 1 and Layer 2 ecosystems, digital asset staking as a service, on-chain analytics, and sensitivity to latency. The relevant services for hosting a blockchain node are Amazon EC2, AWS Nitro Enclaves, AWS Key Management Services, or KMS, and AWS Cloud HSM. Take a moment to review the diagram on how the relevant pieces fit together. The second use case is secure key management with AWS Nitro Enclaves. Private keys are how platforms and users own, identify, manage, and track their on-chain assets and data. Given the importance and volume of private keys, there are architectural challenges to managing access to private keys on public blockchains. With AWS Nitro Enclaves, we offer flexible support for low-level blockchain operations, such as scaling out key management in a secure fashion. The most common use cases where this solution is needed include node management, wallet as a service providers, and digital asset custodians. The relevant services for secure key management are AWS Nitro Enclaves, AWS Key Management Services, or KMS, AWS Secrets Manager, AWS Private Link, and AWS Firewall Manager. Take another moment to review the diagram of how the various services fit together. The third use case is scaling your solution through serverless infrastructure. Due to the emerging nature of Web3, there are evolving challenges that come with managing back-end systems at scale. With AWS serverless architecture, we can enable seamless scaling by taking away most of the heavy lift of infrastructure maintenance so you can focus on what's most important, serving and delighting your customers. The most common use cases where this solution is needed include NFT minting and trading, tokenization platforms, Web3 marketplaces, and on-chain analytics. The relevant services for scaling through serverless infrastructure are AWS Lambda, Amazon CloudFront, Amazon API Gateway, Amazon DynamoDB, and AWS Fargate. Take a moment to review the diagram of how the various services fit together. The fourth use case is securely indexing, managing, and processing large volumes of data. Data is the lifeline of blockchain ecosystems. Equally important are off-chain data and computation, which can inform business insights and strategic decision-making. With AWS data lakes and analytics, we make it easy to index, manage, and search off-chain data for downstream analytics in a cost-effective and scalable manner. The most common use cases where this solution is needed include digital asset markets, centralized and decentralized finance, and on-chain event monitoring. The relevant services for securely processing large volumes of data are Amazon S3, Amazon EMR, Amazon API Gateway, AWS Glue, and Amazon Athena. Take another moment to review the diagram of how the various services fit together. The fifth and last use case for today is optimizing connectivity to cryptocurrency exchanges on AWS, specifically targeting financial institutions. Almost all the major players you can think of in the hedge fund and market-making space require ultra-low latency execution and trading. Today, major market makers and alpha seekers target and trade on cloud-based cryptocurrency exchanges. This motivates traditional co-location firms to also run workloads on the cloud. AWS networks and systems can help these customers optimize their connectivity to your crypto exchanges while supporting their needs for ultra-low latency. Low latency workloads require detailed usage of the AWS infrastructure and require a deep level of understanding of the latency impacts of different AWS services. Again, AWS has deep in-house expertise both in the technical and business space for relevant Web3 industries to help your project. We work closely with TradFi specialists to understand how players on both ends can find success. So, how can AWS help your startup or company that is building in Web3? We are able to provide modular building blocks for your solution, trainings and certifications to set you on the right path, assist with ideation and proof of concepts, and countless programs to enable your growth and scalability. Or deep affiliations with Web3 partners, investors with crypto-focused portfolios, and associations of relevant industries in financial services, gaming, sports, and entertainment can help you build long-term and strategic partnerships across the entire ecosystem. Our in-house expertise for Web3, startup, and relevant industries is made up of ex-founders, executives, operators, and builders directly from the Web3 communities. Finally, AWS offers tailored technical and business trainings through certification programs to help your team integrate cloud with Web3 and blockchain more easily. If you are already a customer with AWS, reach out to your account team to plan out the best next steps. And if you are new to AWS, reach out to me or anyone on our team to get started with your AWS journey. At AWS, we have many programs to support startups as they launch, grow, and scale. For the very earliest stages, we provide 2 programs, AWS Activate and AWS Startup Migrate, to help with cost optimization and easy onboarding to AWS services. For the growth and scale stages, we offer programs to support product market fit, proof of concepts, and technical architecture reviews. For the maturing stages, we offer go-to-market support, where we facilitate customer and partnerships within the expansive AWS ecosystem. And lastly, for the hypergrowth stage, we support startups with innovation, resilience, and impact-focused programs to ensure your startup is enabled to survive and thrive. To learn more about any of these programs, reach out to me or the AWS Startups team. To close, AWS is empowering builders to redefine the internet, and we are committed to supporting the community. One example of how seriously we take our commitment to customers is that we have a day one culture. This means everyone at AWS is thinking about what we need to do to help our Web3 customers move forward every single day with the same level of excitement as we had on our first day. So, what is the role of cloud in Web3? At AWS, our role is to work with our Web3 customers to build the right tools they need to redefine the internet. AWS is committing time and resources to support founders, builders, startups, and enterprises who are interested in Web3, because we know there are unique opportunities and use cases that will continue to grow in the future. We look forward to continue working with startups and enterprises across ASEAN. Come join the millions learning with AWS training and certification to accelerate their impact in their companies. Participate in the classroom or online at your own pace. Learn what you want, when you want, and how you need it. Visit Skill Builder, our online center, and explore over 600 free digital courses, hands-on labs, and role-based games. For team and individuals looking to dive deeper, we have Skill Builder subscriptions that provide access to premium content and administrative benefits. And when you're ready, discover industry-recognized AWS certifications that showcase your expertise and grow your career potential. Technology makes innovation possible, but it's people who will build a better tomorrow. Thank you again for attending, and we really appreciate your feedback so that we can better understand the topics and the services you would like to know more about. So please do take the time to fill out our survey and let us know what you think. If you would like to learn more about our Web3 mission, services, and products, reach out to me and let's discuss how you can redefine the internet.